Here we're seeing a scenario which is similar to the trade we done yesterday, but it's opposite. As you can see, it's going past the 50 on the Williams 100, and it's already in a strong sell zone in the Williams 17. Yesterday it was a complete opposite, which is here. Let's have a look. Not there, sorry. Right here, it was in a strong buy zone and it just passed the Williams 100, and as you can see, there wasn't much of a rally. It was more of a one-to-one trade. So if this closes below the 50 here, we will enter a trade and put our stop loss just above, and we will try and hold it for a one-to-one trade. One thing we must bear in mind, it's not actually in sell category with the moving averages. It hasn't actually reached it yet, so we have to be very careful if we are going to enter this trade. As you can see, it's pottering around the 50. We've got a few minutes left on the 50-minute chart, about 3 minutes left, 86%, and it's still pottering around. So let's see how it goes. We'll enter a small trade, maybe £1 per point, and take it from there. Okay, we've put in a trade. It's at £1 a pop, 15 points stop loss and a 30 points target. So what we've just done, £1 a point. This one here, we've just put it on. 15 points is quite ambitious if you ask me. We didn't need that. This must be the 5-minute chart. Keeps going back to that. Let me change that. There you go. We really needed maybe 12 points. If it does go above this, I'm coming out. It's 4 points. So we needed 8 points. We needed an 8-point stop loss. If it goes past this point here, I'm jumping out. That means we're wrong. So it's only 8 points we will lose. So really and truly have to keep an eye on this now. I have tightened the stop loss to 13160, which is the initial stop loss, which we should have done, which is the 8 points. So we've got 8 points at risk. It's past the 50. It's been in sell zone down here. It's below the 10. The 10's below the 21. And it's 7:35. That's before the London Open. Let's see what goes on. We only need 30 points from this. Not even that now. We only need 16 to actually be able to double our profit here. But it's not really doing anything. Let's give it some time and see what happens. It's now broken the low, the daily low. But it has not reached it hasn't reached 8 points yet. It's just at 6.3 points. if we get the 8, we get a 1-to-1. We're looking for 16. The Williams looks good. The Williams looks good. The 10 looks good. The way this is curving down, and it's appearing that it's going to cross the 89. The 89 and 21 will cross and turn into a sell. So we're actually getting there before it turns into a sell. Right, it's reached 9.9 pips now. We can come out right now, and that's a 1-to-1 trade. It's gone back to 6.6. It appears to be reversing on us. However, the Williams 50 is telling us different. This is still in sell zone, but it is peaking up, which might cause concern. This sometimes makes people panic. It spooks people, including myself. But the way this is crossing, it looks good. The only problem I've got with selling is that sometimes this does spike up past your stop loss, which is here. That's where our stop is, and then it will continue to go down. So that's the only concern I've got. There don't seem to be much momentum in that. Let's have a look at the volumes. Going past the 50 is always tricky. It's best to get it in the actual strong sell zone. But let's see what we can do. It did go to 9.9. We could have taken a profit there and sat back. Right now it's gone to 1.7. So it's going completely the wrong way at the moment. Let's see how it goes. If we get stopped out, no problem. It's only 8 points. Well, as it stands, it seems like it's going against us. Is minus 2.3 pips against us. It's gone further, but it hasn't passed. Well, it's passing at the moment, as you can see. Our stop loss is up here, a bit lower than this. See, that's the problem with sells. They spike, they go up. They're not as convincing or as predictable as the buys on this beast. As you can see here, it's gone past the 50, but it can bounce through and go back up. But we're not getting out in this unless it kicks us out. So let's just see what happens. It might go to here, and when the open, which is in a few minutes, 4 minutes time, we have the London Open. It can either go up or down, but we've only got 8 pips to risk anyway, so let's see what happens. I'm just going to let it run so you can actually see. Here's the open candle. The W100 looks good. This didn't pass the -80, which is good. We're still in profit, just barely. Let's see what happens. This is where the original daily low was. This is the new daily low. The FTSE has shot down. The FTSE shooting right down at the moment, forming new lows. FTSE's at 6891, 6890, 6889. It's shot back up to 6892. Wow, that's not good. It's not having much effect on it. So we'll just wait and see. It didn't have much effect. It's not doing nothing. We're just in the trade. We're just in the trade. We could have come out at 9.9 and left at 1-to-1, as most times we do, because if I do remember, if you recall, which I said we done this yesterday, and we only got a 1-to-1 on it, remember? 1-to-1. we couldn't ride it any further than 1 to 1. So maybe we had to do the same with this. When we got that 9.9, we should have just taken. We're on 4.8 at the moment. 6.1. He's still trying to respect the first daily low. As you can see, he's respecting it. However, the Williams here, it's gone past this area here. Well, it hasn't gone past it yet. It has to close below it to know that we're in a kind of more favorable to sell zone. And this is at the higher part, the higher end of the sell zone, which is not where we want it. And as you can see, it seems like it's making its mind up to buy. So we'll come back to this. Just let it do its thing. Right, it seems to have gone in our favor at the moment. It's 8 now. What we'll do is sell 0.75 and keep 0.25 in the market. Now we'll just leave it and see what happens. We've got, I won't say all the profit back, but we have got 0.75. So we sold 3/4 of the position. Well, hopefully we have. It seems to be not going through. Let's refresh that. $7.9. Nope, it didn't sell off. It didn't sell off, which can happen. But really and truly, it's happened. For this time, it's in our favor. It didn't sell off. It's gone to 11 points. And we still got 1 pound position, not 1 point position. But initially, I wanted to sell 1.75. So that's what I mean, 0.75. So that's what I'm going to do now. Right, that's done. Now we have 1/4 of the position left. If it was £10, we'll have £2.50 in. And we can move the stop loss. It keeps going back to 5 minutes. Let's change this. We can move our stop loss to break even. Our stop loss is now moved to break even. As you can see, stop loss at break even. So now we can just take whatever it gives us, we're okay with. It stopped us out, as you can see, but no problem, we got what we needed. It was more or less a 1-to-1 trade. We risked 8 pips and we got 7.5 pips back basically, and we tried to get more but it didn't happen. The reason why we got 7.5, well, it was £8 we risked and we got £7.50 back, but the reason why it was because, remember, we tried to come out of the market but it stalled, it wouldn't allow me, so I had to refresh it, and by that time it went in our favor. This time it went in our favor to 11 points, and because of that we managed to get something back in our favor. But never mind, it was a good deal. We done what we had to do and it was profit at the end of the day.